Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm Kim with Kim's Gifts and Decor. I hope everyone's having a great day. I just finished up in my wood group, my Kim's Wood Decor, about a half hour ago. Hi Stacy, welcome. I finished up putting the beads and the jute and the bow on the, hey Jill, how are ya? On the sweaters that we did. Hey Lynn, we did the sweater gift tag holder ornament for my project today in my Kim's Wood Decor. And I had finished up, I put the beads on. Hey Rita, I put the beads on, the jute and the ribbons. Hey Holly, welcome. So I wanted to show you how these finished up. And it has the gift card holder in the back as well. So I am doing wood in here again today only because, hey Margarita, how are you? It meets today. It meets Thursdays at 1 o'clock, Kim's Woods Decor. And Kim's Wood Decor. It's at 1 o'clock. You can go back and you can watch the replays. Everything stays in there. But I do plan on doing wood in here today. Thanks for asking, Stacy. Hey Lou, how are you? Welcome, Luann. Haven't seen you in ages. I hope you're doing well. I have sold quite a few of these Snowman S'more Ornaments, and I've had a couple people reaching out and asking me if I could please paint them. Hey Cheryl, welcome. So we're going to do that on here today. They are in my Etsy shop, and I did sell them on my live sale as well. So people have been asking me if I could please paint them, so I figured I would do that in here today. Let me go through the schedule for y'all. Hey Cheryl, let me go through the schedule. Shelby started us off today with live sales and crafting down south from 5 to 7 at Designs by T-Rex. 8 o'clock was Teresa with Flowertown Crafts. 10 o'clock, Jan Ann was on with Uniquely Chic by Jan Ann. 12 to 1:30 was Marie with Great Creations Faux Cupcakes. Sandy just finished up with Sandy's Crafty Creations. I am on. Then it's Liz with Fancy Pants Creations. Sam is not on today. She got a part in the theater and she has a reading today, so she won't be on. After that is 7 o'clock, Janine with Georgia Morning Glories. And then 8 o'clock is Sue with Sprinkled Whimsy. So if you can, please check them out on their business pages. And if you can't see them live, please check them out on the replay and put hashtag replay. We all like to know when somebody comes on and watches us and supports us. So Wednesdays are our live sales on our business page. And then on Thursdays, we have the live crafting. So I hate to do wood 2 days in a row, but like I said, I have had a lot of requests for this. And I'm going to show everybody how to paint these today. Again, they are in my Etsy shop if you need them. There is a triple Snowman S'more ornament, and there is a single Snowman S'more ornament. So we're going to get started, and we're going to do them both. For the base color, the marshmallow color, Apple Barrel has a toasted marshmallow. This is great for a cream cheese color too if you need that. You'll go over and cover for Sam. Wonderful. Thank you, Liz. I didn't know that. Thank you so much for doing that. And I know you can go longer than an hour. You're good at that. You start talking and talking and talking, and it just, before you know it, the hour's away. I mean, I just did 2 things in my wood group again, and I didn't have enough time. I went over by 15 minutes and still didn't finish. So it's real easy to do, for sure. So thank you, Liz, for going over. Really appreciate that. I can't wait to see what you're doing. So we're going to do the base coat in, again, the Apple Barrel Toasted Marshmallow. And then these are scored. It is scored, so we are going to use the makeup sponges. And we're going to dab a lot of it off so we can keep those scored marks on here. And you do want to see the separation with the 3-layer guy. And if you get some in the score marks, you just take you have many projects to do today or in general, Liz. If you do get it inside the scored marks, you can take just a pointy tool, a scribe, whatever you have, the Cricut tool, the tools you have, and just slightly go through and get that paint out if you get it in there. It's not a problem. Let me turn you down. You have many projects to do today. Awesome. I can't wait to see. Is it wood? Is it arrangements? What is it? Do you want to give us a sneak peek or a guess or a little hint on what it is? Hey, Harley, how are you, hon? Thanks for popping on. So I'm just going to put it on my tape a little bit just so that it doesn't go all over the place. So we will put 2 coats on this guy. Halloween, fall, and Christmas? All 3 of them? Oh my goodness. So you're doing 3 different projects, at least. Busy, busy. And we need the tour. We need the tour of your yard. I mean, I saw it, but you did a great job. I think everyone else needs to see it as well. And you said that's nothing compared to Christmas. I cannot wait to see your Christmas, Liz. And this is going to be an ornament on a tree, so we are going to do the back side as well. And the back side is only going to be one color. We're not going to do it all different. We just don't want it to be plain wood in case, you know, it turns or anything. It just looks finished off. Just looks finished off for sure. So we've got that. Get some more tape. Hey, Gloria, welcome. Hi, Anne. Annie, welcome. Thanks for joining me. So yeah, Stacy, if you're not a member of my wood group, it is free. There's no charge for it. And it is on Thursdays at 1 o'clock on Kim's Wood Decor. So check that out. And we do anything wood. We'll do anything from the wooden garland to the wooden scoops to the rolling pins. Anything wood is fair game. For the graham cracker color, I find I matched it up, and the one I find closest where I don't have to mix my own colors is Folk Art Camel. Not caramel, camel. That seems to be the closest. So how's everybody doing today? Do we all have plans for a big weekend? I know Sandy's seeing grandkids and football and baseball. Sam is relaxing with crafts, Hallmark, and Disney Channel. You've been missing me. You can always go on and see the replay. And I know it's hard because, like Marie, it was her first week this week, Stacy. And she's on from 12 to 1:30, so it's kind of hard. And then if I ran over, I'm going to try not to do that because I hate cutting into Sandy. I feel so bad. So I thought for sure I'd be able to get both of those in. But definitely go back and watch that replay. And if there's anything you want to see, just going to have to relax. Oh no, like a cortisone or steroid injection, Gloria? Oh my goodness. But you have an excuse to stay on the couch and rest, right? I asked Sam, does that mean your sons are going to cook and clean up for you? She said, no, that's never going to happen. Her sons don't cook. Well, it's a perfect time to start. You got to start somewhere, right? My husband never cooked on the grill, and he's doing an awesome job this year. He's doing a great job, honestly. Better than me, for sure. But yeah, he's doing a great job on the grill. So you're never too old to learn. Steroid, ooh. Well, I hope it works for ya. Arthritis, that's rough. Have you had them before, Gloria? I'm going to Savannah. I'm meeting with Janine. We have a big announcement on Saturday. We don't have a time yet, but yeah, we have a big announcement. It will be on Janine's page. This has been in the works for almost a little over 5 months, I think. A little over 5 months it's been in the works. So we're excited. It should have been announced already and done, but life happens, right? Life gets busy. Can't wait. Life happens, unfortunately, you know. What are you going to do? But we're excited to have our big release on Saturday, so make sure you catch us. Now for the melted chocolate and the 2 arms, I am going to do by Apple Barrel melted chocolate. While I'm waiting on that, I'm going to put a second coat on the toasted marshmallow base coat. And fall is the first day of fall is Saturday. So hopefully this crazy weather, it'll cool off a little bit. I don't know where y'all are from, but it's still so warm. I'm in Georgia and it's crazy. Although it's still hurricane season too. Hey Carly, how are you? Welcome. Well, see, your husband just started cooking 3 years ago too. Never too old. Does he cook in the kitchen too or just on the grill, Liz? So there's the second coat on that. Let that dry. We'll flip it over and do the back real quick. But meanwhile, we're going to get this melted chocolate by Apple Barrel. And we're going to do the chocolate drippings and his 2 arms for the 3rd layer. And I missed some right here. Both. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Hey, Ginger, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I hope Myrtle Beach is going well. So we'll sponge on this melted chocolate. I'm not really a s'mores eater. What about you guys? I mean, I like having fires, but I don't really do s'mores. Thank you for sprinkling, Tisha. Rain, rain, and rain. That's not good. Is the parade going to be canceled, Ginger? Or is there no rain for the parade? Do you know yet? We're going to have to give this melted chocolate 2 coats, so we'll let this one dry. And then we will do our second coat on our graham cracker here, which is camel. The color is camel. Ginger, your snowman that you ordered for me is in the mail. Thank you so much. Are you doing it or are your grandkids doing it? No clue, 60% on Saturday morning. Oh boy. So your snowman will be waiting for you when you get home. Thank you very much. And then we have the 2 noses. And I like to keep my colors separated. It's a lot easier for me that way. So the noses we are going to do, I like pumpkin. I don't like a stark orange. I like the pumpkin. It's like orange with a little bit of brown in it. I know, well, somebody decided they weren't coming up, Liz. Up, down. down, down to the side. Wish you were there too. We'd have fun. There's a spooget in this one. Yuck. Let's get a wipe. Hi, Andrea. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Hey, Jana. How are you? I haven't seen you in a bit, girl. How are you doing? How's your back doing, Jana? I hope better for you. I know I saw you at a doctor's appointment the other day. I know you were. But exciting news, you'll be down next year because your friend's having a baby, another baby too, right? So that's worth the wait. Definitely worth the wait. You're hanging in there. Hanging in there is not a good answer, Jana. Not a good answer. We wanted to hear, oh, I'm doing better. Hanging in there is not good, Jana. The snowflakes, we're going to do white, obviously. And the white I like is by Folk Art. It's a titanium white. It's a little bit thicker, and it goes on better. It's not real watery, and you get less coat. So I do like that white. If I can get it out. I'm hanging in there. It's definitely not a good answer, Jana. I wish you would get some relief for that back. Back pain is horrible. I've had a couple surgeries myself, and it's just bad. And my husband suffers from bad back pain, too. Let me make sure my ringer's off, because I got kicked off. It was through service, but I got kicked off on my Kim's Wood Decor group today. I'll tell you, I don't know what's going on with Spectrum. It's terrible, though. Yesterday, we had no service. I got up a little after 7. I had no service until almost 3:30 in the afternoon. And I'm like, they really need to get their act together. I have to print labels out. I hope they do something for you, Jana. Hey, Christy, welcome. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining us. So now I'm going to turn these marshmallows over and get the back. Like I said, you always like to have the back finished as well, just so the whole project looks finished off. And you don't have to use these as ornaments. You can put them on a tier tray. You can put them on a coffee bar. You can hang them on the tree, obviously, but there's a lot of other things you can do with them. You can put them hanging, coming off of canisters in your kitchen, off of an arrangement or vases. Entertainment centers sometimes have knobs or stuff on them too. You can hang them from there. My headaches, I still get them. They're horrible. Horrible. Hey, Sarah, welcome. How are you? Thanks for asking, though. They think my headaches are caused from my neck problems, though, so. But it's just something you gotta live with sometimes, you know? So we'll do the second coat of the melted chocolate. It's right in front of me. It's usually the way it works. These, Ginger? These are on my Etsy site already, yes. You can order them as on a Christmas present. That would be super cute. That would be adorbs. We don't say cute, super cute. We say adorbs. That would be adorbs. Let me show you what I made in my wood group today and the other day. Today I made these sweaters. These are gift card holders, but they can come smaller as well. And these will, unfinished, will be listed in my Etsy shop too. And there's a snowman one there too, Ginger. And then the other day we did tags. We did tags too, and they're gift card holders as well. If you need anything or different sizes or anything, just give me a call, Ginger. Thank you. Okay, doom. Now, the graham cracker pieces, with the melted chocolate, we're just gonna go lightly with the melted chocolate. Thank you, Sarah. And just give a little dimension on the edges. Highlight it a little bit with the melted chocolate. And I do that with a baby wipe with these. And that's just along the edge, just to give it a little bit. Okay, sounds good, Ginger. Thank you. You have a good trip in Myrtle Beach, and I hope the rain stays away Saturday morning for the parade. And see how we just highlight the edges there for the graham crackers? And I just do that with a baby wipe. That's easiest for me. And all you need is one coat on that toasted marshmallow. And then I am going to do just a little bit of the melted chocolate on the edges of him too, like he came out of the fire a little bit. How you get that toasted marshmallow on the edges here. And then on the 3-layer one. Hey Cynthia, welcome. Hi Donna, thanks for joining us. So just on the edges of each marshmallow, we did the melted chocolate as well. And if you get a mistake, you can just take a little bit off with that wipe. And I forgot this side here. Let's get this side. There we go. Now we got them all. There we go. We are going to do the red heart. The buttons that go down the front of the 3-layer guy, we are going to do black. Red, I use the True Red by Deco Art Americana. That's my go-to. Hey Rita, how are you? Thank you for sprinkling. And then again, the buttons, we are going to do black. And if I'm dipping it, my sponge in the paint, I would just like to cut the tip off. It makes it a lot easier to get that little piece in there. And that way I'm not wasting a lot pouring it out on the little thing here. We're gonna need a second coat on that guy. We're gonna do a second red one on the heart. And then we're gonna do the nose, this little second one on the nose with that pumpkin color. Hey Sam, you're back. How was your meeting? We're doing the toasted marshmallow guy. I've had a lot of requests for them. Yours is in the mail. You got the 3-layer one, the triple layer. So we all need to see them when you do them. So we're done with the snowflakes. We're going to dry brush a little. Of course, I don't have my dry brush here. Oh, maybe I do. We'll make do though. This will work. Gonna dry brush a little bit on the heart here so it's not that stark red. And on my buttons, and then we're going to dry brush a little bit on his arms and the melted chocolate as well. Now, if you do order these unfinished, you will get the jute and some beads to go along with that. White. I'm dry brushing white. I'm sorry. not say. I'm so sorry, Stacy. So on the melted chocolate, on the arms and the melted chocolate pieces, I'm dry brushing a little bit of white on there, just so it looks a little worn, not all brown. And the baby wipe is your friend if you get too much on, for sure. So you'll see here how I did the buttons and the heart with a little bit of dry brushing of white, and then all the melted chocolate pieces, which were the melted chocolate for the top and bottom, and his arms with some of the white on there. And tomorrow with the morning crew, Fake Baking with the morning crew, I am a guest designer at 3:30, so I'll be on Kim's Gifts and Decor at 3:30 as well. So I'll be back on tomorrow. And I will be doing a fake bake. I will not be doing wood. Woohoo! And then with that same dry brush, I'm going to do a little bit of the melted chocolate dry brushing on the carrot noses, just so there's a little bit more brown on them. There we go with that. And then on top of the brown, I am going to dry brush a little bit of white. And I still have to do my tag here, and I took that piece of tape off. My tag there. And I always like to do a little bit of white, only like you've got like the sun coming down or something as a shadow. It always seems to be a little white on something, so you got that. The Warm and Cozy is scored. So we're going to dab that on with a sponge as well. Close some of these up. And we are going to use Apple Barrel Granite Gray for his tag here that says Warm and Cozy. I don't really have that problem. I think I use it so much that it really doesn't goop up. The only one that's really thick on me that I like that way is this Folk Art Titanium White, but it really doesn't goop up on me and get thick. You could add a little bit of water if you needed to. Are you finding that's happening with a certain brand or all of your paints, Stacy? And everybody check out your Hobby Lobbies. They're having 29 and 24-cent sales on a lot of their paints. I got a lot of Ceramicoat for 29 cents. And I know they do have some Anitas, and they have some folk art as well. So if you're one of the lucky ones, go check it out. They have a lot on clearance right now. And then the only other thing I need to dry brush right now is these. I'm going to dry brush a little bit on that tag once that's done. And I am going to put a little bit more brown into these graham crackers. Let's get this off. And my buttons. Yeah, that's an awesome clearance. And I don't think it's on online. I think it's just, you got to go into the stores though, unfortunately. But yeah, for 29 cents. And then they are getting rid of their Anitas, and they have their brand, and it's always going to be like 49 cents. So that's not a bad deal either. 49 cents for a thing of paint, you can't beat that. And they are matching the colors to the Anitas, because I know that the one I did the Frankenstein color in, that lily pad, they matched it up really well. Oh, there's some you've had for quite a while and they thicken up. I would just put a little bit of water in with it, not a lot, and I wouldn't do alcohol. Some people, I know some people I've heard doing rubbing alcohol, but that's going to evaporate out anyhow too. Just a little bit of water and shake it and see. But the glops, I don't know how you'd get rid of the glops. So we're going to start dry brushing this guy a little bit, and then we'll start putting together. Has anybody else had that problem with their paint getting thick or getting glops in it, what they do? And then just a little bit of white on top of that. Like I said, I always like to add a little bit of white on just about everything. I mean, there's some times that you wouldn't want to do it, but for the most part, I always add a little bit of white for that sun coming down on it, or shadows or something. Distilled water, yeah. Well, I have well water, so I don't have all those chemicals. I didn't even think about that, Jill. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Distilled water. Yeah, I have a well with well water and a filter, so I don't have all those extra chemicals. I didn't think about that, though. Good point. So the glue, I use Loctite super glue. There's a lot of different glues you can use. You just want it to be fast adhering. And we'll start putting this guy together. And then always put your piece down on your craft paper so you get that extra glue off so it does not glob. Hey Janice, welcome. So of course my dogs took off. I let them out after I was done with my wood group. And they took off and they didn't come back before I started this. So I hope they're okay. And of course my husband didn't take his woo. So if something happens to her, I'm in trouble. So now you got your eyes. You can either use a marker, and I use the Artistro paint markers, or you can use the end of a paintbrush. Let me show you how that works. If you were to do that, you could what you do is you take your paintbrush, you dip your end of it into the paint, and then dab it on what you want it to be, which will make a circle that way as well. But I'm going to do it with the marker. We've got both his eyes. But if you do not have the markers, you can just use paint in the end of a paintbrush. this guy. I knocked this guy off. Yes, if you wanted to do this, you could do the splatter dots. What you would do is, I'll show you. If you would want to do the splatter dots, you take a longer paintbrush, you put it in water. Okay, put it in water, and then you put it in some white paint or the splatter marks color that you want to use, and make sure it's real thin. Make sure it's real thin like that. If you can see, no, you can't see how it's thin like this. First the water, then a little bit of paint to make sure it's thin. And then what you do is you take it and you tap it on your finger like this. In the water. And the paint, which is thin, and then you tap it on your finger like this, which gives you these splatter marks. And it goes everywhere. So wear an apron. It goes everywhere, it goes everywhere, but you want a thin, longer tipped brush. And that's how you do that. And that's how you would do the splatter marks. But you have to make sure it's a little thinner. You're welcome, anytime. And I just did, I mean, on here a little bit so you can see, but you can see the little splatters then. And you can do as much or as little as you like. Hey, Michelle, how are you? How is your knee? Hip, 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 knee. I know it's not your back. I know it's not your back. And then we're going to put these on. Put the melted chocolate on. I hope you're feeling better, Michelle. My glue's drying out. Not drying out. What I did is I glued my tip on, unfortunately. So now it's giving me a problem. I've got this. I hope you're moving up and around even more. Glad you're on the mend, Michelle. Hip and leg are a little better. Woohoo! I'm so glad to hear. It's a long time for recovery. Did you only have one side done, Michelle? Just one side. Do you have to do another side? Hey, Janine, welcome. Or did you just need one side done? Better late than never. You're working. You're working. Thank you for sprinkling. Hey, work comes first, right? We need all that money to pay our bills. Thank you for sprinkling. to do his eyes on this one. Thank you, Janine. I've had a lot of people buy these and ask me if I would do a tutorial on them so they could see how I did them. And they always, you know, you always put your own spin on them and whatnot. Now I'm putting my buttons on. I do have a point to this. I'm just waiting to do this. When you put your buttons on, make sure your holes are all the same going up. You don't want one this way, one this way, one this way. You kind of want them all lined up or it's going to look funny. So I've got mine just to an angle a little bit, but you want them all to be the same way. See how they're all at that angle a little bit or straight or however you want to do it. Make sure they're all three of them are the same way so they don't look off because your eye will keep drawing to that. Thanks, Janine. Thanks, Sam. We need to see what you do with yours now. Adorbs. Thank you, Liz. Thank you. Liz is up next with Fancy Pants Creations. So this is our big guy. You can see here. And that would be even cute to do the little dots. The splatter effect with some brown, a little bit of brown to do on the marshmallow guys before you put them together. And here is the single, and you've got the double, and then we just have to put his little tag on here. And I'm going to do that with some red that'll match his heart here. And then the garland and the jute and the beads. The beads and the jute to hang it with. Thanks, Lynn. Thank you, Cynthia. So that is my take on them. I would love to see what everybody else does. And I will put the, I don't want to hold up because I know Liz is next. I don't want to hold Liz up. We're going to put the tag right here. A little shorter. Thanks, Margarita. I appreciate it. So I'm going to put the beads on it and the jute, and I will post a picture on my page for y'all to see the finished product. But our warm and cozy little guy right here. We'll put the tag on him. And I just did some baker's twine here. So we just have to add the garland, or not the garland, I keep saying garland, the beads and the jute and the bow to them. So I'll do that and I'll post it, a picture of my finished ones, and you can all see it. But thank you for joining me. And these are my two guys. Up next is Liz with Fancy Pants Creations. 7 o'clock is Janine with Georgia Morning Glories. And 8 o'clock is Sue with Sprinkled Whimsy. Thanks, Jill. I want to thank everybody for joining me. And again, I will be on tomorrow with Fake Bake Friday with the morning crew at 3:30. So if you want to check me out, I will be on Kim's Gifts Decor at 3:30 tomorrow with a fake bake. Thank you, and y'all have a great day and an even better weekend, and everyone stay safe. You're welcome, Rita. Thank you. Bye-bye.